up, you guys? It's your favorite awkward girl on the internet, and we are in a new spot. Yeah. I decided to try to create a little corner to film in. I'm using ring light right now. Normally I use natural light. Let me know if you like this type of setup or if you like my normal setup at my vanity behind my window. My head keeps touching this. It's probably just my ponytail. I'm sorry. Welcome. If you're new, my name's Casey. I'm really awkward and I like to make videos about stuff that I like. And yeah, today's video is gonna be kind of like a filling you in video. If you have been following me for a while now, you know that I like piercings, and I used to have my Medusa pierced. And I don't know if any of you care about what happened to it, but I'm gonna tell you what happened to it and why I no longer have it. Yeah, so if you want to see why I no longer have my Medusa or my philtrum pierced, then just keep watching. Yeah. So my philtrum was my favorite piercing ever. It is my favorite piercing ever. I wish I still had it. I did not give it up by choice. I did not take it out by choice. I felt like at that point I had to. So basically what happened, and I'm going to try to put some photos in this video. They're going to be really awkward selfies because that's the only proof I have of what was going on with my lip. A smarter YouTuber probably would have documented and filmed up in detail what was happening, but I didn't, of course. I'll learn for future videos, but I didn't. So I'm going to try to put pictures to describe to you what happened. But essentially, I got my philtrum Medusa pierced. It was the second time I had it done. And the first time I had it done, I took it out because I was getting overgrowth underneath, like the back of the lip, and it was growing over the back of my piercing. As soon as it started doing that, I freaked out, took it out. Now, the second time I got it pierced, I did have that start to happen again, but then I waited it out, and literally within 2 days it was gone. So I was really super stoked that I waited it out because I was like, now I have this awesome Medusa piercing. And it was lovely. It was the best for a while. And then I noticed that I started to get a bump around the piercing. And if you have piercings or if you've ever been pierced, you know that sometimes you can get hypertrophic scarring, which is something that happens when you get pierced. It's like the classic little bump that you see, sometimes people get it on their nose, or it's really common on the ear around a piercing. It's just like a little red bump. They're not really harmful, it's just basically irritation, and most of the time, sometimes they go away. I'm very prone to those, and that is why I don't have any cartilage piercings on my ears or my nose, because I get hypertrophic scarring. But I never thought it would happen on my lip, because most of the time I have trouble with cartilage piercings. But I started to get a bump. I was scared at first, but it turned out to be like a pimple, because it was it had pus in it. This is gonna sound gross and TMI, but it had pus in it, and normally hypertrophic scarring isn't gonna leak or it's not gonna look like a pimple. There's not gonna be pus in there. Normally it's just a bump, but this was like a pimple, so I was like, oh, it's just a pimple, it'll go away. And after a while, it did not go away, and it just kept getting bigger. And it would leak, it would pop and leak, and then refill up, and then pop and leak. And I tried everything. I tried sea salt soaks. I tried toothpaste. I tried tea tree oil. I tried antibacterial soap. Tried regular soap. I tried getting some salt and the tiniest bit of water and making a clump of salt on it. I tried everything and nothing would make this go away. And I really honestly don't think that it was hypertrophic scarring. I could be wrong, but I've never known hypertrophic scarring to leak or pus. So it's a little gross, And I tried to stick with it for so long, and it was so embarrassing because there's nothing I hate more than having something like gross around your piercing, because it just makes people think that piercings are gross, and they're not. Most of the time, if you take good care of them, then they don't have issues and they look really nice on your face. But like, I was essentially walking around with a giant, it was bigger than the piercing itself. Like, it was huge. So I made the decision, and it was such a hard decision to make because it's like, it's my favorite piercing. I still wish I had it. Like, I would probably get it again, but I don't know. At this point, I've had problems with it twice. I don't know if I'm gonna do it again, but it is my favorite. I love it. Yeah. So I took it out, and it took a while for the bump to go down, and but it did, kind of. And I'm sure you're wondering, like, what does my lip look like now? Is there scarring? And yes, there is scarring. And for a while, and it might even still be there, there was still a little remnant, a scar from the pimple. Like, it was like almost like a permanent scar, and it freaked me out because I was like, oh, this is never gonna go away. Yeah, I was a little worried, and I think it has gone down a bit since I've let it, you know, time heals all wounds, I guess. With time, it has gone down a lot, and you can't really notice it, but it is very noticeable when I don't have makeup on. I have foundation on right now, so you can't even really tell what's going on, but you can see it. Like, you can see it, but not as nearly as much as you would see it if I didn't have makeup on. So I am going to take off the foundation around my lips so that you can actually see what it looks like on my lip. So, and I have this random pimple here. Ignore it, please. I have a pink mustache. Now I feel weird just keeping most of my makeup on. I'm gonna take off all of my foundation. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've taken off all my foundation. All I've left is like my mascara and my eyebrows. But so this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see. So you can see the scar of the hole right there. And above it, this little mark is where the bump was. So I essentially have a scar from the bump, which never happens to me when I have hypertrophic scarring, which is what also leads me to believe that it wasn't hypertrophic scarring. Or some people call them keloids, but they're not really keloids. It's piercing bump, I don't know. But yeah, so I have a hole. It is not an open hole. I cannot put things in it, but it is an indention, a canyon, if you will. And then I have a reddish bump scar. I have not really done much to get rid of it. Like, I haven't really done any treatments. I'm kind of wanting to look into using rosehip oil. I've heard that's really good for scarring. Yeah, so I'm not really sure, but yeah, that's my scar. So I guess that's the end of this video. I don't know if you wanted to see this or if you were curious what happened to my Medusa. I know some people were wondering how I was getting rid of my bump. Spoiler alert, I couldn't. I had to give up. I was defeated by the bump. Unfortunately. But sometimes you are. Sometimes you just gotta call it quits. I just want to let you know what happened. And that way, it also, if you've had this happen to you, or if you can tell me, like, what it was, like, was my piercing just, like, infected from the inside, and that's why I was having pus or something? Like, I couldn't figure it out, and I did everything. I brushed my teeth regularly, like, I cleaned it so many different ways. Like, I tried just, you know, sea salt soaks. Nothing's, like, I wasn't using anything super harsh until the very end, until I like until I was trying everything to keep it. But most, like, I was doing the sea salt soaks like I was supposed to, and nothing I did worked. So I tried toothpaste and all of the other things that you can try. Don't try it. Please don't try it. But yeah, I don't know. We're at the end of the video now, so thank you for watching. Hi, we have 700 subscribers. Hello. Welcome. Also, guys, I ordered the new iPhone, so hopefully my videos will be a little bit better quality from now on. I don't have it right now, but it is ordered and it will come to me hopefully by the time I film my next video. So, here's to hoping the next video is a little bit better quality. Who knows? But hi, 700 people. How's it going? I never know how to end videos. Ending videos is like the worst, because like I just want to keep talking, but like I've talked about all that I wanted to talk about, so like I'm just talking about dumb things now. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. Like the video if you actually liked the video. Comment down below and tell me if you've had any trouble with piercings in the past and what you have done. And yeah. Thanks for coming to hang out with me, and I will see you next time. Bye. I promise I'll learn to look at the camera instead of the viewfinder. Sometimes you film a video knowing that like it's gonna be crap and jumbled everywhere. You just gotta fix it in editing and hope it turns out good. Not even good, just mediocre. Pikachu! So this is one of RJ's favorite new toys. He's become a little obsessed with Pikachu. And it's literally the cutest thing ever. Because my son is, I don't want to say he's nonverbal, but he is autistic. And he is speech delayed, I guess you could say. But he says Okemon because he loves to watch Pokemon. And he loves Pikachu. So he goes, Pikachu! Literally the cutest thing ever. Isn't he cute? Look at his little angry face. He's so determined. Like a Pikachu butt. Do, 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 do. He smacked you. I'm going now, bye.